Hi, Emerson.
Hello, teacher. Sorry for for being late.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, no problem. No problem. I get it.
Yesterday, I had a meeting around 7:20. Uh, for that reason, I didn't connect yesterday.
Ah, yeah, it's okay. No worries. Let me open up my camera. Yeah, imagine. Yeah, about Diana, I don't know. I don't know what happened to her, but she didn't join either.
Maybe she has a lot of work because um, the Monday she
Mm-hmm.
was in the office and she she doesn't come to the office on the Mondays.
Okay.
She has a lot of work.
Okay, cool, no problem. Yeah, imagine because it's the end of the month. That might be the reason why as well. That might be the reason why. But cool. So I guess that you guys may have a lot of work right now then.
Yes, yeah, this this season is a little complicated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, imagine. That's month closing, so I guess that that is a reason why. So you usually have more work by the end of the month?
No, no, in my case, no. But uh, for the back to school and other holidays like Christmas, Father's Day, Mother's Day, when when are uh, that holidays, I have a lot of work.
I imagine. I imagine. But okay. So for Father's Day, why do you usually have more work when, for example, when is Father's Day?
And mm, like 4 or 5 weeks before the that day,
Mm-hmm.
like May, uh, or in the beginning of June, for example, we have
Mm-hmm.
a lot of work. But the
Okay.
season with more work is Christmas and back to school.
Mm-hmm. At least right now, I believe that all the kids already went back to school, right?
Yes,
All the kids already
yes.
went back to
Is the
school.
is
So,
the
mhm,
that that this season there is a great opportunity for self shoot. For
mhm,
that reason, is the complicated.
I see. And when do you consider that, for example, that the back to school is over, that this season is over?
Maybe in the second or third week of February.
Of February. Mm-hmm. I see. Yeah, so
The
it
the
takes
most
time.
the the most la mayor cantidad de ventas is the most quantity of
Of
sales
sales? Uh-huh.
is in the third week of January,
The
the
third week
third or
of
fourth,
January.
the fourth
Mm-hmm.
week. Yes,
Mm-hmm. So I imagine that that might be because of I mean, depending on the payday, right? So
yes,
usually the parents usually get
has
paid
less
by
money.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, this weekend it, it will be crazy for sales,
Mm-hmm.
like the past weekend too.
Yeah, I imagine. So the guys that are working at the stores, they will have a lot of work
Yeah,
then.
yeah, it's very
Mm-hmm.
complicated.
Mm-hmm. So I guess that they should get overtime and all those type of things like that.
The stores in the malls, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
The stores in the on the streets, I maybe not, but in
Mm-hmm.
the mall, yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but like what we said, I mean, they might be back to back, and it also depends on the parents' payday. That I mean, usually you get paid on the second week, and then right on the third week before they go to school, right before they go to school, you're gonna go and get them shoes because if I'm not mistaken, the kids start in on Monday, right?
Um, I think the school started the past week, the last week.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'm not
I
sure if
don't
it was this
remember.
Monday or last Monday, but I saw pictures
Uh,
of people who have kids, then they share them on social network, right? To mean supporting their kids. So yeah, it was recent. Not sure if it was this or last week.
yeah, because my brother is teacher
Mm-hmm.
in the school,
Mm-hmm.
and he started to work about 3 weeks ago. I don't
Mm-hmm.
remember.
Okay. Well,
Two weeks, 2 weeks ago.
mm-hmm. It makes total sense. Makes total sense. Okay, great, Emerson. We're going to move on with you to cover the last unit that we have for this course. Let's see, give me a second. It's going to be unit number 14. Okay. So before we move on to this last unit, we're going to watch an introductory video. Okay, let's see. Let me know if you can see it.
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Let's listen. This is a short video and then we'll discuss what you get from the video. Here we go.
Welcome back to Around the World, the game show about geography with your host, Richard Darien.
Hi again, folks, and welcome back to the final round of our show. I'm your host, Richard Darien, and here are our contestants. A computer engineer from Seattle, Washington, Marlene Miller. Marlene has 300 points. And next to you, we have a high school teacher from Boston, Massachusetts, Ted Simmons. Ted currently has 400 points, and he's in the lead. And our third contestant is a cafe owner from Vero Beach, Florida, Lily Chen. Lily has 300 points, so she's currently tied with Marlene. Oh boy, this is going to be an exciting game, folks. Let's get on to the final round. Our categories are cities, deserts, islands, mountains, and rivers. And question 1 for 50 points is rivers. Fingers on those buzzers, please. Which is longer, the Nile River in Africa or the Amazon River in South America? Ted.
The Nile.
That's right, for 50 points. Ted now has 450 points, and he's still in the lead. On to question 2. This one is worth 100 points, and it's on the topic of mountains. Fingers on those buzzers. Which is higher, Mount McKinley in North America or Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa? Marlene.
Mount McKinley.
That's right! You score 100 points for a total of 400. Watch out, Ted. She's going to catch you. On to the next question. now worth 150 points. Question 3 is cities. For 150 points, what is the largest city in North America? Marlene.
New York.
No, good try. Ted?
Los Angeles.
Ooh, sorry, Ted. It's not Los Angeles either. Lily?
Is it Mexico City, Richard?
Yes, Mexico City! And Lily scores 150 points, and now she's tied with Ted. Oh! On to question 4. Question 4 is deserts. This is for 200 points. What is the largest desert in Asia? I'll repeat the question. What is the largest desert in Asia? Ted.
I know this one. It starts with a G. Gobi!
Yes, the Gobi Desert. You have 200 points, and your total score is now 650 points. Whoa! That's the bell. This is exciting, folks. I think it's time for our last question, worth 300 points. The contestant that gets this right wins the game and also our grand prize. Our final question of the game is on the topic of islands. Okay, contestants, get ready. What country is sometimes called the island continent? Ted.
Is it Antarctica?
Sorry, Ted. Antarctica is sometimes called the frozen continent, but not the island continent. Anybody else?
Is it Hawaii?
Ooh, sorry, Lily. Hawaii is an island, but not a continent. Yes, Marlene. What's your answer?
It's Australia, Richard.
Yes, it is! And Marlene is our winner. Okay, let's find out what Marlene's won.
And tonight's prize is a weekend break for 2 in one of the most exciting, beautiful, and fascinating cities in the United States. It's Seattle, Washington.
I live in Seattle.
Okay, so then you know what a great place it is. Until next time, that's it for me. I'm your host, Richard Darien. See you next week on Around the World.
Okay. Emerson, so overall, what did you get from the video?
They was in a, how to say, concurso.
In a contest? Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a contest.
Contest. They was in a contest. Marlene was the winner in the contest.
Mm-hmm.
They answered questions like, what is the most large river in the world, or most large city in the world?
Mm-hmm.
There was, I think, 4 categories or 3 categories of questions: rivers, deserts, I mean continents was the last question.
Mm-hmm.
And the prize for the contest was a weekend, I remember, on Seattle, Washington. But the winner lives in that place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she lives in that place, right? So she was a little bit disappointed that, I mean, that the prize was in the same place where she lives. Okay, very good. But if you notice, this is something related to places, right? Related to places where people live. So we're going to talk about different places. Let me quickly share, and we're going to check the learning objectives. Great, great, Emerson. So would you do me a favor and read the title of the unit and also the learning objectives?
Okay. And the title of the unit is It's the Coldest City. Objectives. Describe and compare different places in the world and describe temperatures, distances, and measurements.
Describe temperatures,
Temperature.
distances, and measurements. Okay, so I mean, the weather really changes from one city to another, right? It could be very close, and the weather can vary a lot. Like if we compare uh,
Cojutepeque
any
with
Cojutepeque
Zacatecoluca.
with Zacate or with San Miguel
Yeah.
or La Unión.
For the change of the weather when I travel to from Cojutepeque to San Salvador, I have a rash in the
Mm-hmm.
skin. I don't know. For change of the
Temperature,
temperature.
temperature. Okay, yeah, very good. It changes a lot, right? Like for example, people from any other place, if we're not used to San Miguel, they say that there's a point that you cannot stand because the weather is just, I mean, is just too hot, right?
Yes.
It's just too hot. Okay, very good. So if you notice here, we have different places around the world. Let me make this a little bit bigger. And we have different places that we should compare, right? Can you do me a favor and read this list on the left about the different places that we can find on the picture?
Okay. Mm, Beach, desert, forest, hill, island,
Mm-hmm.
lake, mountain, ocean, river, valley, volcano, and waterfall.
Volcano, volcano
Vol
and waterfall.
volcano.
Volcano and waterfall. Okay, very good. So if you notice, this one is a matching activity. I'm going to give you a few minutes and then you tell me where you would match this and then we'll check them together, okay? I'm going to give you about 4 minutes to go over them and then you let me know when you're ready so we can revisit it.
Okay, teacher, I'm ready.
Okay, cool. So let's check the first one. For example, the beach. What letter would you match it to?
The beach is letter I.
Let me see. Yeah, it's letter
The
I.
the
Okay,
dessert is letter E.
desert. Desert, letter
The
E.
dessert. Okay.
Okay,
Um, the forest is letter F. Hill is letter D.
okay.
And the island is letter L.
Letter L. Okay, great.
The lake is letter H. The
Letter
mountain
H. Mhm.
is letter A.
Mountain. Mountain.
Mountain, letter
Mhm.
A. And the ocean is letter J.
Letter J. Very good. Mhm.
The river is letter C. The valley is letter B. The volcano is letter K. And the last waterfall is letter G.
Letter G. Perfect. You got them all. So in this picture, we have all those different places, right? The beach, the desert, a forest, a mountain. So it's very diverse. This picture that we have here is not like everywhere, right? It's not everywhere that we can have mountain, river, desert. I mean, okay, excellent then. So so how good are you with geography, Emerson? Do you know many countries and exactly where they are located?
No, I'm not good for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
I'm
know.
good for other things like mathematics. I
Okay,
don't
like,
know,
mm-hmm.
of
Okay, like,
science like physics or
mm-hmm.
maybe chemistry.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, very good. No problem. Yeah, I mean, it depends on your interests, right? So we're not all good in geography, especially where the countries are located. There are many countries that we do not even know, right? For example, many people
Okay.
don't know where El Salvador is when they say let's say that is just El Salvador. Many people confuse it with Salvador de Bahia, that is a place in Brazil.
Brazil.
Mm-hmm. And last time I saw a video that there was a soccer player that they told him San Salvador, right? And in Argentina, there is a place that is called Salvador de Jujuy, something like that. So he thought that he was traveling still to Argentina, right? But in reality, he was coming to Central America. He was coming to Central America. So, I mean, we're not all good with geography. Okay.
In the United States, the people in general is it's not so good in geography because they think America is only United States.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they think that the United States is just America, and then all the way down is Mexico, right? That's all they know. Mm-hmm. They do not really understand that we have a Central and a South America. I mean, most of the people. And that is how they teach them in school, right? We cannot really blame them because that is how That is how they are taught at school, right? In school, that we have America, Mexico, and that's it, right? They do not know about other things. Okay, great. Let's quickly go over this listening part to see what these two guys are talking about. Okay, it looks like they are on a plane. Okay, here we go.
Unit 14. It's the coldest city. Page 93. Exercise 2. Conversation. I love quizzes. Part A. Listen and practice.
This is one of the best airline magazines I've ever read. Oh, look, a quiz. Our world. How much do you know?
Oh, I love quizzes. Ask me the questions.
Sure. First question. Which country is larger, Mexico or Australia?
I know. Australia is larger than Mexico.
Okay, next. What's the longest river in the world?
That's easy. It's the Amazon.
All right. Here's a hard one. Which country is more crowded, Malta or England?
I'm not sure. I think Malta is more crowded.
Really? Okay, one more. Which city is the most expensive, Hong Kong, London, or Paris?
Oh, that's easy. Paris is the most expensive.
Okay, very good. So overall, what did you get from the conversation, Emerson?
They are traveling in a plane,
Mm-hmm.
and she found a magazine in the airplane,
Mm-hmm.
and Steve loves solve the quizzes, and she is asking about that quizzes to Steve.
Mm-hmm.
For example, what is the longest river? I heard that Steve said is the Amazonas, but in the book says the Nile, el Río Nilo.
Mm-hmm.
Is the different that he says.
Mm-hmm.
The other question, which country is more crowded? He says, I think Malta, but maybe it's England. I don't know where is Malta.
Malta is in Europe too.
Mm,
Mm-hmm. Malta is in Europe. Okay, yeah, but
and
they're
which city is the most expensive? I think it's Hong Kong.
yeah, Hong Kong. Hong Kong. Nowadays, getting a place in Hong Kong is really expensive.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what the answers were. Let's see if whether the answers that Steve mentioned, if he got them right or not. If he got them right or not. Let me play the second part, and now we're going to validate if the answers were accurate or not. Here we go.
Page 93. Exercise 2. Part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. How many questions did Steve get right?
So let's see how you did on this quiz. The first question, which is larger, Mexico or Australia? You said,
Australia.
and you're right. Both are large, but Australia is larger. Next, what's the longest river in the world? You said the Nile. Sorry, that's wrong. It's the Amazon.
Oh, of course. I knew that.
This next question I didn't know. Malta is more crowded than England.
So I got it right? I remember hearing that Malta is the most crowded country in Europe.
And finally, you said that Paris is the most expensive city.
Yeah, and it is, right?
Sorry, Steve. Actually, Hong Kong is the most expensive of the three.
Really? Wow. I guess I didn't do so well. 2 right, but 2 wrong.
No, come on. You did okay.
Okay, let's see now to reconfirm the information. Emerson, which ones did he get right and which one did he get wrong?
The right is the first question and the third, I think. And the wrong is the second and fourth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so at the end, definitely it is most expensive to live in Hong Kong. So imagine Hong Kong being even more expensive than London. I have a former co-worker who lives in London and only in rent for a flat, they call flats the apartments, right? The apartments in London, and he pays around $1,200 just for rent. Imagine, just for the rent. Probably they make like over $2,000 in their salary, but almost half of it just goes to the rent, right? So it's kind of
But
expensive to live there.
the salary is better in the United States then, but the rent is similar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the rent is similar. Yeah, the rent is similar, but still is expensive. So imagine
Yeah.
half of your income going straight to the only to pay for housing. So it is quite expensive. Like in the cities, there are some places here in El Salvador that are more expensive to live in than others. So what do you usually
Yeah.
do, Emerson, to save money in the place where you live? What kind of activities do you do to save money?
To save money, I try to uh, don't spend a lot of money when I go out, for example. I try to go to a restaurant near to my house and eat that restaurant are not too expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in this moment, I don't have a car. I Carlos actually give me a ride
Mm-hmm.
when he comes to the office,
Okay.
and I save money for the gasoline, for example.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, I I going to buy a car.
Okay. And what car are you
I
planning
think
to buy?
I don't know. I am looking for because I like the Toyota Corolla, but
Mm-hmm.
it's so expensive in this country. Uh, es muy sobrevalorado.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. The fact that it's overrated.
Yes, maybe I like the Toyota Corolla uh, for the 20 the last model is the 2020 maybe,
Uh-huh. Okay.
but this is too expensive. But
Yes, it is
other
expensive.
option, yes, it's too expensive. But it's really beautiful that car.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
like
like
I like to the on the Civic
on
maybe,
the
but
Civic. Uh-huh.
the I think it's a little delicado.
Yeah,
That car is un
exactly.
poco complicado.
And the one that I like a lot, there's a new Corolla hatchback. There's a new Corolla hatchback
Ah, es
that looks really good.
el XSE.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
it looks
very
really good.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Let's see, Emerson, I guess that we're just about to get disconnected, but the next part, we are going to leave it for tomorrow, okay? Because this part about the comparatives and superlatives is going to take us a little more, okay? To go ahead and to do the exercises. But cool, yeah, good luck with the car. Mine is at the shop right now. The transmission failed.